The second piece we have to look at in the lawmaking process for Congress, besides the committee system, are the actual leaders of the parties in both houses of Congress. Um, Both houses have like a leadership structure, and that leadership structure is important and relates to both the committee system and how a bill becomes a law. So, the leader of the House of Representatives is the Speaker of the House. The current Speaker of the House is Nancy Pelosi, who is a Democrat. The Speaker of the House is always selected from the majority party within the House of Representatives. Democrats currently hold a majority. They took a vote. They named Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the House. So she's important because she's really like the leader of the majority party, the Democrats. And what she's also responsible for is she appoints all of the Democratic representatives to their particular committees. And what she can do is she can use the committee assignments almost as weapons to maintain their loyalty. And if you continue to vote the way the party wants you to, we'll put you on a good committee. They'll get you a lot of exposure. If you're going to be like a renegade that's going to vote against the party, then we can punish you with a less high profile committee assignment. So it's a pretty significant weapon that she has. Um, the House Minority Leader is Kevin McCarthy today. He is chosen from the minority party, which is currently the Republicans, and he kind of does the same thing. He's responsible for appointing all of the Republican members of the House to their respective committees. It's also interesting to note that every committee is led by a chairperson, and the person that runs each committee is from the majority party. Also, the majority party, which is currently the Democrats today, have more members on each committee than the minority party. These are your key members of the Senate. The actual president of the United States Senate, according to the Constitution, is the Vice President of the United States. So that's currently Mike Pence, obviously, who is the current Vice President. However, Pence is busy and he's rarely ever going to be in the Senate. The only time that typically he would fulfill his job as President of the Senate would be to vote in the case of a tie. You have 100 senators, so it's possible you could have a 50-50 split. The Vice President would get the tie-breaking vote. But because the actual President of the Senate, who is Pence, is not there on a regular basis, the Senate has to appoint a president pro temp, like a temporary president. This is a largely ceremonial position that goes to the longest serving member of the majority party. The majority party in the Senate is the Republicans. So Charles Grassley from Iowa is the longest serving member of the Senate from the Republican Party. So he gets this ceremonial sort of honor. He's also pretty high up in the order of presidential succession. The major leaders on a daily basis of the Senate, however, are the majority leader and the minority leader. The majority leader of the United States Senate is Mitch McConnell, who's a Republican senator from Kentucky, and the minority leader is Chuck Schumer. He's a senator from New York. He's a Democrat. So just like the House, it's the majority and minority leaders' responsibilities to appoint the members from their party to their respective committees. So McConnell is assigning Republicans to committees, and Schumer is assigning the Democrats. And obviously, you guys see these people on the news a lot. McConnell and Schumer and Pelosi and McCarthy. They're the public faces of the individual parties in both the House and the Senate.